First thing that I'm going to be starting with is this face moisturizer, and this one is from prep+set+glow. So with my moisturizer, I'm also going to be applying this face oil, and this one is from Pixie. So this is like a rose oil blend, and it's very nourishing for your skin. So what I normally do is I would get some moisturizer onto my hand and then put about 2 drops of this face oil, massage them both together in my hand, and then apply it onto my face. Another thing that I like to use is this prep+set+glow eye serum. So what I do is I would just apply a little bit onto my under eye. That way, especially like if you're not having enough sleep, it'll help you decrease the puffiness on your eyes. So just about that amount. And then before applying any foundation, I'm going to be using a face primer. This one is from Milani. This primer, it's supposed to color correct and neutralize your redness and also minimize any appearance of your pores. Just gonna take a little bit of this product onto my hand. Foundation that I'm going to be using today is this Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation. The shade that I'm going to be using is the 06 Sand Beige. I'm going to be using today is my waterproof brow pomade, and this one is from Beige Cosmetics. And this shade that I'm going to be using is the shade in Auburn. Okay, so I now have my eyebrows all done. I'm just gonna now start on my eyeshadow. I'm gonna be applying my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. I pretty much do this on every single one of my looks, so this is nothing new. And then I'm going to be blending that out. The brush that I will be using is my Luxie 229 tapered blending brush. I'm gonna take that and blend everything out onto my eyelid. The palette that I'm going to be using today is my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea palette, and the first color that I'm going to be using is this one right here. I'm just going to take a little bit onto my brush like this, applying that on top onto my eyelid where I had previously applied the NYX Jumbo Pencil Milk, so then that way it's not creasing all over the place. The next color that I'm going to be using is this shade right here, and this one is the lighter brown. This shade is called Marina. I'm just going to pick that up with my Zoeva 227 soft definer brush. So while I'm doing this, I'm just making sure that I'm blending this in a circular motion, tapping off any excess product that needs to be taken off, and also just blending it upwards. With the remaining product, just blend it outwards. So since we are trying to create a halo type of look, I'm going to go in with my Sigma medium sweeper brush, and this is the E54 brush. I'm going to now go ahead and take this shade right here. It's a little bit darker than the one that we previously used. This one is called Seaside. I'm going to start packing it to the inner part of my eyes. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now I'm going to go in with this darker brown right here, and this shade is called Siren, and putting it on top of the Seaside color. So I'm going to add it right here to the inner corners. And then on the outer part. Okay, so now with my NYX Cosmetics Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette. This palette is called the Electric Palette. I'm going to be using my Luxie 213 eye shading brush. Just gonna pick up some of that lime green eyeshadow color. I'm really liking this color. I was afraid that it wasn't gonna show, but I actually really like it. Now with this bluish green color, I'm going to be taking a little bit of that as well. This is just gorgeous. Like the mixture of these two colors together is so pretty. Take my Sigma E25 brush, and with the color Marina right here, I'm gonna blend everything from the crease first. So even if you take off a little bit too much product, don't worry about it because you can always go back in and fix everything. The key to like doing makeup is like patience pretty much. Like you have to have a lot of patience to blend, go back in and add more product. You just really have to have patience. You can't rush anything pretty much. And again, just tapering everything out. And do the same thing on the other side as well. Blend it outwards. I'm gonna go back into the darker brown, which is the siren. Just gonna pack it to the inner part of my eyes. Since I already have my eyeshadow blended, when I'm adding all of these extra colors back in, I'm also making sure that I'm slightly blending out the edges with the brush also. So then that way you have a really nice clean look. Gonna go back in with the green, adding more color. So how I'm gonna blend out the part right here where the green is on, I just wiped off the brush, turn the brush at an angle, and just blending everything together. Okay, so now that I have my eyes all blended to the color that I want, I'm going to be using this Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner, and this one is called Amp. Just applying it all over my eyelid, and I'm only applying that to the areas where I had put the green earlier. Right now I'm just going to be adding some liquid liner, and I'm just using this black liquid liner from NYC. And I normally would go out from the outer edge first, then I'm going to bring that back towards my eyelash line. So the next thing that I'm going to be using is this NYC waterproof eyeliner. I'm just going to go ahead and apply that onto my waterline. This one comes off really dark. I love this eyeliner. So once I have that on, I'm going to go in with my Luxie 221 flat definer brush, and it looks like that. I'm going to go in with this dark brown eyeshadow color, just smudge my lower lash line a little bit, so that way I get a smoky look. Also, to smudge out my bottom lash line a little bit more, I'm going to be taking my Luxie 215 pencil brush. I'm also grabbing this shade right here from my Tarte palette, and this one is Riptide. This is going to help you smoke out the bottom lash line a little bit further. And then with my L'Oreal mascara, I'm just going to apply that onto my bottom lash line. Now with my Huda Beauty Sasha lashes, I'm going to be applying that on. I normally like to apply lashes with a tweezer because I feel like you have a better grip of them. And press it onto my lash line as closely as possible. Now I'm going to go ahead and press in the outer part of the lash. And now grabbing the front part and pressing it onto my lash line. Okay, so now that I'm all done with my eye makeup, I'm going to go in and start contouring my face and also adding concealer. I'm going to start off with cream contour and concealing first. I'm going to be using my Mavens Sculpt series, and this one that I have right here is the Fire palette. The shade that I'm going to be using is called Ignite. I'm going to be using that as concealer for under my eyes. I'm going to go in with my Luxie 211 concealer brush, just placing it under my eyes here. And I really like this product because it's really creamy. It's really easy to blend as well. Now I'm going to go in with this shade right here. This one is called Blaze. Just going to place that onto the hollows of my cheeks. And then with the remaining product, I'm just going to place that all around my forehead. With my beauty blender, I'm going to blend out the concealer first. Take the other side of my blender and just blending this part out also. And I really like this product because it blends in really nicely into your skin. So as you can already tell, it's giving you like a really nice shadow. So now that I have everything blended in, I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. And the first shade that I will be using is this one at the corner right here. I'm going to be taking my Morphe E50 brush and just applying it also on top of the cream product. And just blending it upwards. Now I'm going to be adding this color right over here and just focusing more on the outer part towards the hairline, just blending it upwards. Okay, so now with this lighter shade from my palette, I'm going to be using my Morphe M334 brush. I'm going to pick up some of that product and apply it under my eyes. This is going to help you mattify any cream product, and also it's going to help your product stay, so then that way it doesn't move around. That way you don't have any creasings or anything like that. And just apply that also onto your nose bridge. So now with my Motives Cosmetics loose powder, the shade that I have here is in the color Banana. I'm just going to take a little bit of that with my Beauty Blender. Go ahead and just bake this part a little bit. And I'm just doing this because I want to have like a really nice defined edge right here. And now I'm going to go ahead and take my Morphe E48 brush and just brush that out. And now I'm going to go back in with my Morphe E50 brush. This is the one that I was contouring with. I'm going to go in and add a little bit of color here onto my jawline also, because I don't want that part to be like so white from the powder. The next thing that I'm going to be putting on is my Milani prep+set+glow powder. I'm just going to take my Morphe E41 brush, and this is a really big powder brush. Just going to grab a little bit of product here and just applying that all over my face. So then that way if I have any areas that need to be blended, I can do so. And also if it's too like yellow or have too much color in one area, I can use the powder to kind of blend it out. I'm going to be using this blush from Milani, and this one is called Pink Play. I'm also going to be using my Luxie 504 large angled brush. Just smile a little bit and just putting it onto the apples of your cheeks and also blending it into your contour as well. Right, so now I want to start highlighting my face, so I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. So the one that I'm going to be using is this one right here, and this shade is called Summer. The brush that I'm also going to be using is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this one is the A23 brush. This one is really good for highlighting. And just placing it onto my cheekbone. Then if you want to add a little bit above your brow bone, you also can do that. Okay, so for my lips, I'm going to be using these products from this company called Flower. So they actually did a collaboration with Drew Barrymore. So I'm super excited to try these on. I'm going to be starting off with the lip liner, and this one is in Petal Pout. It's a really nice pink color. Now I'm going to go in with the liquid lipstick, and this one is the colored Nude Blush. So let me go ahead and just apply this on here. Ooh, it's really creamy. I like it. It has like this very velvety texture. So I'm going to be using the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray. So yeah, now with your setting spray, you're all set and good to go.